So, I just thought I'd come on quickly because I've just washed my face to get into bed to read a book. But I thought I'd just give you a heads up because it was just coming in as I was washing my face and braiding my dreads for bed that I haven't done an update on my dreads, and also my dreads, my hair, is a really massive part of my spiritual path as well. And something was just coming in where I thought, oh yeah, that's true, with myself. And I'd like to share a little chat tomorrow at dinner time, about 12 o'clock UK dinner time. Say hi because there's 7 people there, about how it relates to, you know, my journey of growth, because that's what the spiritual path is, the journey of growth and transformation. Not in how some people might think, but I think, well, I don't think, I'm going to come and share it tomorrow. Hi Mooney, so hi Mark. So yeah, it was just coming in then. I thought, yeah, I'm going to have an update on them anyway. Hi Effie, because I haven't done an update on, I haven't done an update for ages, and I've had them in quite a long time now. Hi Joseph. So there's a message behind it as well. So I'm going to come and show, it's getting that noise in my ear while I'm talking. I'm going to come and share that tomorrow, and also if anyone wants any questions answered about dreads. But yeah. What are you trying to say there? No, I don't really think anyway. No, I just do. I don't think. You know, when people go, I just think, I'm like, I just go and do it. Hi Boom Shalaka. Not seen you for ages. But yeah, like I said, I'll be doing an update on them, and then how it links up to everything. Don't know how to say it, you sort of go through anyway with change. That's what I was meant to say, with change. Because this, believe it or not, my hair has helped me a lot. Helps you, well, I'm not going to say because I'm going to speak about it tomorrow. Yeah, change is good, but it probably stands for like a metaphor or whatever, but it'll make sense tomorrow. So hi Susie Q. Yes, I'm just about to read a bit more of my this, and then go to sleep. Hi Edward. So how are you all feeling tonight? Like I said, I'll be on tomorrow at dinner to talk about my hair and my journey with that. Yeah, hair does have a connection to source, as I've spoke about it before, but this was more with change. Well, you'll understand tomorrow anyway when I talk about it. Hi English breakfast. Oh yeah, yes Joseph. Oh yes, yeah. There's all that going on. I've not been watching anything to do with anything really, but as we know, I think on my community post I put a video up of, well, not a video up of Trump from a few years ago when he did his when he was about 35, when he did his interview. You know, most have seen it when he got asked to be president. It's just so much respect for that man. Do you know anything about, what do you mean? Energy, frequency and vibration. Is that what you're talking about, Boom Shalaka? Oh, I thought you said 369. The keys are all within you. No, but I think my dad has. I don't watch him, but this is what I mean. All these people will be seen anyway. Oh, Quantum, yeah. Will be seen anyway, you know, who they are. Well, everything's quantum, innit? That's why I say, you know, we've got Q, and that's much more than a lot of people know. Okay, what's supposed to have. Yeah. I've watched a bit of the Abracadabra, and I've watched the oh god, what I can't even remember what it's called, that they drew, and I actually saw something the other day that looked very similar to that, and I can't think what it was, but yeah, I just see everything playing out, no matter where anyone is on the path or what they're looking into. It's just all playing out in many different ways, many different people doing what they're doing. Yeah, the world is a stage, exactly, and we are part of the act. We are, and we're all playing our roles that we came here to play. Some people are the dark side, some people are for the light side, but it's a bit like Magenta Pixie said on the video. I loved what she said about the whole thing of, polarity, I can never say that word, and which way you could look at it. But at the end of the day, those two people, B and T, which I'll say Biden and Trump, are not, like she said, they're not good and bad equally. Like where if you're looking at something to choose, one is for the good and one is not. So you sort of are choosing. And like she said, there's people out there who talk about unity when actually, if you just listen to the way she said it, it just totally makes sense. That's what I totally resonate with at the end of the day. When you can see clearly in your mind and your heart, you will take a side. You will take a stand of what side you're going to stand in history right now, because history is going to get rewritten, and we're all a part of it. And you are going to be seen for, I think, for what's side you stood on, basically. And it is a bit like an initiation. Did you go for the dark or did you go for the light? Like a little initiation. Just got a new one. Daryl Ash is a huge fan and is watching. He's watching what? I didn't get that. Sorry. Yeah, the Elite's no karma is real thing, so they cannot cast evil on us without consequences. Exactly, and their consequences are coming now because they've done it for a long time. Just because they've hoodwinked people, so they don't know the true powers, do they? Surely with all the baddies happening, the good must come into balance. Yeah, exactly, that's what's happening, Effie. We are Q. Yes, we are. I do not consent to be part of the negative. Love the dreads. Thank you, Carla. Yeah, like I said, I'm not staying on. I'm just coming on to do a notification because sometimes you don't get a notification. So tomorrow UK time, tomorrow about 12 lunchtime, I'm going to be doing a little update on them because I haven't spoke about them for ages, and the whole thing of how it's actually helped with change my hair. And you'll understand tomorrow if you tune in. Yeah, they are like scrying mirrors, but it doesn't bother me. The Ray Haley said that the other day. It doesn't bother me. I think if you know who you are and how powerful you are, their crap can't really. That's like putting your own protection up. That's what I think. Oh, thank you, cute Susie Q. Mind you, I've got my salt candles on, my salt lamps on. My salt lamps. So, yeah, I'm trying to think what I've been doing today. Oh, I was sorting these out a little bit. I've got to sort them. I've got to neat them all off. It's going to take me quite a while, but just been chilling today. Yeah. Oh, you'll be able to catch up on it. It'll only be a little hair chat. And then obviously, I've got a lot of work to do with putting some things together that I'm thinking of doing. Yeah, Himalayan salt lamps. Yeah, the Himalayan salt lamps. I have 2 upstairs and 1 downstairs. I want to get some more big ones as well. Yeah, have them in the bedroom. I feel very calm today. Very, very just chilled. I know it's night time, but just feel very, I don't know, things are going good, so. Oh, did you? Great to see they work. Yeah, it was a good job, did you? And I've got to do my attitude of gratitude because this is always in the bedroom. If I can get it. Ugh. It's just a little diary, either in the morning or at night time. Yes, keep the faith. That's why I came with that book earlier on, because yeah, it's like I've said, not worried, not one bit. And like I said, I was just thinking before as well, I've always kept the faith with what's going on, and I see a lot of people who waver and a lot of people who are very influenced off other people. Like, there's people, say, for instance, on YouTube I watch, but even if I like them and they still, like, there's people I watch that don't realise what Trump is, and I don't go into like thinking, but it's a bit like, I've noticed there's people who, they may like other people's channels and watch certain people, but then if someone else, like, say, well, for example, say you had friends and because they liked, well, put it this way, they liked Biden, just say, but you like Trump, but then because there was a few more of them that liked Biden, you sort of got swayed to think, well, maybe, I'm not quite sure, so maybe I'll like Biden as well. And you've not really stood strong in your truth. Like, I've got people around me that they might not be that bothered, but they'd say ha ha to Trump and they'd rather vote for Biden. And that doesn't make me think, oh my God, I've been friends with them a long time, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I'm going to go and, waver and go over that side. I'm like, can still be friends, but never. You're not going to sway me to think anything, because I stand strong in what I believe in. And like I said, people call that stubbornness. It's a strength, actually. I will not waver, and I will not be, even my fella's not into Trump. He's not really particularly bothered, but, sometimes he says, oh, I don't know, you think, he might be. And I'm like, no, it's not going to be waver just because it's somebody near me, or say someone in my family didn't. I stand strong and firm with it, very, very firm. And I think Magenta Pixie said, and I've said before, you've heard me say, the first time in my life, this is the first time in my life I've ever stood for anything so strong in my knowing what this man is doing, not just for America, but for the world. I've never been into politics, because this isn't about politics, we all know that. But, to other people in 3D, looks like that. I've never voted anyway, because we all know normally it's just two of the same sides pretending to be one better than the other, so you vote for them and it's still sort of the same thing, and they're never bringing things in anyway, and it's never interested me, because I've not been a person who's been into anything like that or that sort of stuff. But as we know, people are now, because it's so different. Yeah, exactly, bit of venom. If you think for yourself, you are for Trump. If you are gullible, you are for Biden. Exactly, and that's a really good way of putting it. Even people that aren't bothered, it's still like, people who aren't bothered, it's not because they're not bothered, it's just because they don't research. They just say they're not bothered, and I think it's more out because they can't be bothered researching. Yeah, see, Laurie as well, me either. This was the first time. Yeah, I've never voted, but like I said, you can clearly see with your own eyes and heart. And I've never stood strong for anything, and that says something in itself. I've never stood for something that strong where I thought, well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because this does matter. We all know where it's going if Biden gets in. And some people say, yeah, well, he hasn't. It's like, no, he hasn't, because it's about the 14th of December. They're supposed to all be in anyway, and Trump is president anyway till January. But we all know there's going to be another 4 more years, and that's when the real work starts. And that's when the real work will start on a lot of people as well. And even a lot of people who thought something, the people who are sort of against Trump, they're going to have a big fall on the face, a really big fall on the face. Especially people who are really believing that Biden's won. Oh dear, that's not going to be pretty. It's going to be like the woman screaming in America when Hillary Clinton won. So, yeah. Yeah, you can tell he's a good man. If you go over to my community post, if you haven't seen the video over there of Trump of ages ago, it was when he was 35, and you look at all them interviews he did when it's not being twisted or manipulated by mainstream media. You can hear what he's clearly saying. He's calm when he speaks. Oh, yes. Is it Bogan? Yeah. Sidney Powell has released the Kraken. Whoop. And we're not, what? The Kraken? Could that be General Flynn? Just saying. Just saying. Because at least when people wake up to the reality that hasn't, has been projected on us, then those people will start to ascend on their spiritual path, which we got strayed off. You know what I mean? So, like I said, a lot of people knew about corruption and stuff. And most people know about that anyway, slightly. It's the depth of it that's got people, the absolute depth of it. It's so deep. But then with the whole, they will go back to, the divine selves. Yeah, hello, you folks who don't listen to politics and those with the white hats and report Dominion machines. Big problem. Sorry, dear group. Look at the clear news instead of the crap you are afraid. Yeah, exactly. It's that's why I say it's going to be hard, and that's why, we always say, a lot of us say, the same words of, this is why we all had to wake up at different times, because we all couldn't wake up at the same time, because it would be mass hysteria and people wouldn't know, what was going on. So it's had to be the way it's had to be. And also because a lot of people, because they knew people waking up, I always believe they've known people would wake up over time. They have put stuff out there on the internet everywhere to even fool the truthing communities. And the truthing communities is there's a lot of communities. You've got UFO community, you've got flat earth, you've got spiritual, whatever you want to call it, it's all out there. They've put people in there to sway people on the other side to sound like they're telling the truth, but they're not. But they have put stuff out there knowing people would wake up and take even awaken people back under and taking them off a different route and probably putting them back to sleep at the same time. So as I've said before, new people have had to come along and awaken at later dates, people who are just waking up now, and see with fresh eyes and fresh hearts. So that's why it's good, and like I've said before, it's beautiful to see different people starting to wake up, because people start to wake up, people can get really creative. So people are starting to get really creative with different things, and that's how it's been brilliant. And that's just the amazingness of the Great Awakening, and that goes along with Q, Trump, Patriots, loads of other people, that are doing this out there. You lot in chat, everybody all over. Some people are doing it without even knowing. And a lot of people don't have to come through Q and other things to awaken. They just awaken out their own traumas and stuff because they've had enough and they have an awakening. So yeah, politics is an illusion, and of course it's an illusion, but this Trump thing isn't about politics, is it? Yeah, while you are looking at one hand, you are not looking at what the other one's doing. But if you know the story and what they've been trying to do, it's easy to see what the other hand's doing, because basically a lot of it's down to mainstream media and the illusions they put out. Trump isn't a part of that side. You can clearly see it's a totally different energy. It's a totally different timeline. So yeah, that's what they've always done. But like I said, when the world wakes up, you can't not wake up, because the world's woke up to your tricks and how you work and what you do behind the curtain, and we've all seen it. And once you've seen it, with you realise you can't unsee it. So, Rasta Roots, sister. Thank you, Roots. Yeah, I just said I'll be talking about them tomorrow, how long I've had them in, what it's been like, and how actually it is expanded my growth with dreads. So, yes. Yeah, you can't erase it. Once you've seen it, you cannot erase it. It's just, you can't. So this is how I say, this is how these secret societies go down. I don't mean, it's probably secret societies are good, the bad ones, because once you've seen what they do, the symbolism, how they do everything. Symbolism on both sides, by the way, and most of them were stolen. Thank you, Roots. You know how, you know the language and you know how they work. Hi, Jane from Torquay. So, hello, Dolly. I'm so frustrated with people, Americans and us don't the Americans realise that if Trump loses, there's a lot more people that know what's going on. A lot more people love Trump than it's made out. But no, the sleeping are really asleep. That's what's really sad about it. They're really asleep and they're going to have a rude and awakening soon because they're going to see how they've been duped and they're not going to like that. They're not going to like it. Yeah, things were stolen. Yeah, stolen from Ethiopia. Stolen from everywhere. And that's why Trump's always said, power back to the people. So the people are doing it. You know what I mean? They can feel like they're doing it. They're doing it. No, there won't be any more lockdowns when that comes. That'll be blown straight out of the water. But like I said, when you see the lies, you can't not unsee what they do and how they communicate. And when they've been seen how they communicate, what symbols are put out through, you know, TV, films, everything, it's plain as day in front of your face. And that's why it's going to stop. So, you know, their downfall, the old guard has fell. And that's why I'm just chilled watching the show unravel. And there was a little drawing once, ages ago, of the Illuminati playing a chessboard game on, you know, just a normal person's back, bent over because they're like the slaves. We are the ones, you know, they've been suppressing and projecting their reality on us, which isn't real. And all it said was to end it all was just to stand up and say no more. Basic, stop consenting, and that's what's happening. But you know, the plan with Q and everything is rolling out, and it is working, and they're always about 10 steps ahead anyway, or more. And you can see it if you're looking in the right places. You can see it's everywhere, and it's brilliant. So. Reggae music from the 1960s revealed most of the modern times. They hid it in plain sight. It's on the card. Yeah, it is on the cards. It is in the Illuminati game because what they do is, the law is they've got to put the truth out. So they put it in cards. When everyone goes, oh, that's a coincidence, isn't it? Oh, it must have been like not a prophecy or whatever, but you know what I mean? It's because they knew. And they knew this time was coming. And that's why there's so many things way back where it looks like, obviously the New World Order's coming in with this, that and the other, because they put that out there to put people in fear, because they knew people would wake up. They knew this time was coming. It has been prophesied. And that's why with Q, it's called the Great Awakening. It's not called the Great Awakening for nothing. It's the Great Awakening, the shift, the event that everyone's been going on about for years in the spiritual community, who thought we were going off planet and all that bull crap that was going on. Because they've been told off other people in spiritual communities that that's what it was, and they've just followed through with it, and it's not that. Not at that time anyway, if anything else does happen, but it wasn't that. This is the Great Awakening. Great Awakening means we all wake up mass. The whole world is going to wake up, whether they like it or not, because they have to raise this realm we're on, you know, and to win it this time, because future proves the past. Well, we've never got through the cycles because we've always been gone back to sleep or been dumbed down, and we are the ones we've been waiting for. Because I was thinking about this today as well. We are doing what our ancestors couldn't, and I believe they, in spirit and energy or whatever, are rooting us. You know, and I said about clapping people on and cheering for people. I believe they're cheering us on, because if you can break them cycles, especially of ancestors and, you know, relatives that didn't wake up, if you are now, then you're doing it for all your like past lineage, if you know what I mean. You've actually awoken. So it breaks all the chains, or the programming that they were under. That's what I was thinking about today. That's what came in my head today. when you wake up, you're waking up with you've woke up your whole past of your family lineage, your ancestors. Think of it like that. You were the one who's actually done it. You broke through. They were supposed to break through it, but if they didn't break through it, you know, each child that's born in that family get a chance to do it, and then you've done it. Do you know what I mean? Totally, Dolly. That's how I see it. That came in today. Yeah, we are here for now, exactly. And this time it's happening. It's took a very, very long time. So with each generation, it's like who could wake up in that family and break that spell. And I think it's amazing. That's why I've said to people, I just find it a beautiful planet. It can look sad at some points on it when you first get on it with the heartbreak and the rage and the anger, but you need to go all through that to get to to get to it on your path and the initiation to see how you reacted and if you can get over all of that and become a more connected, not disconnected, connected person. And always remember, like I've just been saying lately, we are spiritual beings in a human, having a human experience. We're also trying to remember we are trying to be human, because humans haven't been very good, as in they're disconnecting more and more, and that's what they wanted on that side as well, to disconnect you from source. But that means you from spirituality, which from your spirit. But that also means, along with that, because it is connected, that you are going to lose your human self as well. So Age of Aquarius, it's a great reset. But a spiritual one, yeah, it is. It's not their reset that they're trying to, put out there. There's two resets, and we're on the timeline of, you're on the timeline of Trump. We're on the right reset, do you know what I mean? And we are anyway. We're already on that line. We're just waiting for everyone else to come over, bringing them over. Why wouldn't you bring your team humanity over? And they will in the end anyway, because there's going to be that many of us on it. They will see, and that's why I said, that's why there was different ages and stages of people waking up, and there'll be more that will be calmer for when the big shit hits the fan. And even through the next few years, with all disclosure coming on, so many different levels of stuff, but that's got to be a drip effect with people, because imagine waking up, the ones who are going to wake up abruptly, not knowing anything, have always sat there, read the papers, watched TV, believed there was no evil in the world, and then find out all this stuff, which will send them within themselves on some sort of spiritual awakening, because it's trauma. And then, like I've said, we'll be here to help them. Everybody, you will be there for those people to get them through their emotions until they realise, that was what was needed to wake them up, basically. That's what's great about the plan. Some people say it's harmful, but what the hell would you put together that would wake the world up? Because they've been sleeping for ages in the disillusion. And yes, it's traumatic, but if you are a good person, that love has to be harsh sometimes, and we want everyone to wake up, not a handful of people like it used to be years ago, handful of people or groups of people, the elites or whatever, and then only so many people. You want everyone to come along. And if you don't want that, if you just want to stay in a group because you feel special, that's wrong. It's wrong in my book. Well, English breakfast, I don't know what you're looking at, because it's not, our future's not looking good. The future is actually looking very, very bright. There's more people awake than more people know. The others will wake up with what's coming anyway. You should always have a silver lining, because that's what it's about, and that's what it's about, holding frequency. I see it all the time, so it depends where you're looking, what you're following, and who you're listening to. It doesn't look not great. That's going on the timeline of that timeline that you want you in, and that is a timeline of fear, basically. I don't mean to say that nastily, but it is. And if you're in fear, that takes you back on that timeline, and I feel like that boom shalaka. Oh, it will be coming. People always say, oh, you've been saying this for ages. Yeah, well, we didn't know it was actually for the time when it was for. Like, we thought it was last year or the year before. But remember, as long as Trump's been, as Trump hasn't been in that long. Do you know what I mean? It's only been a few years. He's done absolutely loads. So people can't go, nothing's happening. Shitloads has been happening over the time that he's been in, what he's actually done, what he's brought in, what he's been sorting out, what the Marines do, the military do, and everything. It's just like, oh, people, I wish you could know. I'm not bothered if you're a logical thinker. We're all critical thinkers. No one's saying that nothing's not going to happen. I've said the other day, I'm not daft enough to think people aren't going to get hurt and all that, because they are. Or there might be a bit of, people in the wrong places at the wrong times. But at the end of the day, we are going to a better world in a better way. And that doesn't come with people, there might be people that die and this, that, and the other, because they're not going to be able to handle what's going on. And if you're in the wrong time at the wrong places, if riots start and that, things are going to happen, because we are in a war anyway. We're in a spiritual war. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, change can be hard sometimes, but we get used to it in the end. And with change, things do happen, but we need change, and that's a fact. I've never said things aren't going to not hit the fan, and people might not get hurt or get in the way of something, or people might take the life or whatever because they can't handle it. I understand that, but at the end of the day, that doesn't mean we're not going to, people going about civil war, we're already in it at the end of the day. Yeah, each one to each one, exactly, Roots. So, but it was done to get most of that out of the way, so it's not going to be as bad as it would have been, without people waking up in time to calm down, because when the shit hits the fan, people will go into flipping mad mode, won't they? Remember when you first woke up to whatever you woke up to and you got really angry, especially when you heard about the children, and you get really, really, really angry. Raging. Well, that's what they're going to be like. So yes, English breakfast, that's why it's going to be tough, but that's why we're here. If you're calm about it and you understand why we're here and what we're doing, then you're going to calm them people down. So it's not going to be mass hysteria as it would have been if we'd have all woke up at the same time, if you get what I'm saying. Much love, Dolly. I respect what... Yeah, that's what I mean, English breakfast. I'm not having a go at what you're saying. I'm just saying I don't not think, it could go really smoothly. Who knows? This plan has been in the plan for ages. I don't mean their plan, I mean the White Hat plan. So who knows? Hopefully it won't, but I'm not, that naive to think so, because, we've seen the riots in America and stuff, but, this is why I've been saying we've got to stay calm, and we've got to be the ones that'll help, your family, your friends, whoever, to calm down, because you've been through all that process of the mad, the heartbreak, the pain, the anger, until you come through it, and it's like, yes, well, we've got through that now, we've disconnected from it, because we know we have to be here for when that happens, Yeah, my gran knew about Jimmy Savile, told me not to write. Yeah, exactly. We took our Trump signs down. Why did you take them down, Monica? Or was you getting trolled or something? Why did you take your Trump signs down? I mean, in case people start to riot when they find out he actually hasn't lost. Forget. Yeah, well, I actually do believe the Antifa shite asses are they're gonna get caught. I don't think then if they think they're gonna riot, I think they're gonna get caught, because what a lot of people don't know is people have gone into Antifa pretending they're Antifa and they're not Antifa. It's to get the faces recognised so they know who they are, because when they're going after Antifa as well, because of what they've been doing, and these people are getting paid and whatever to do what they're doing. So they'll be all getting caught. Everyone will be getting caught on every level that's been involved in all this crap. That's worldwide as well. That's why it's a massive plan. And it's been put in the plan for years and years and years and years and years. And like I said, that's why they're getting the judicial system ready. That's why Ginsburg has gone, and they're sorting all that out. So when they do go down, they'll be put away properly. And, people going on about how great Ginsburg was, it's like, you having a laugh? Women saying how great she was. Are you having a laugh? You only have to look at her face to see how evil she is. Bringing in bestiality and dropping the age of sex down to 12 and saying paedophilia is good for children. And see, imagine the people who, I've saw a woman on Instagram who had painted a picture of Ginsburg saying, oh, what a good woman she was. Wait till these people find out, the people they've been idolising or whatever, are like, oh, can you imagine? Woo! It's not going to be pretty, is it? Yeah, they are divisional English breakfast. Yeah, but all them people who have been in that and have been in it on purpose, paid and whatever, they will. That's why the military is being deployed, because that's why, because they're trying to start the riots. But on Laura Eisenhower, when I said the video with the girl called Apollo, she went to one of the marches and said there was Trump flags everywhere and it was great. And Antifa turned up and there was only about 50 of them or something compared to how many Trump supporters and that were there. And they just sort of hid and backed down. They'll all be getting caught for what they've been doing and what they've been a part of because they chose to be in the wrong side. So they won't be getting away with it, you know. But I guess we'll see. We've just got to watch it all unravel, haven't we? Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why I say, Debbie, even if you were, that's why it's good. This is why you have to be aware of what's going on, because if you're aware, when the shit hits the fan, you don't have to be out anywhere or in the wrong places at the wrong time, because they don't care on that side. So people can get hurt. And I believe that's another reason why when they brought in the pandemic, of what they were trying to do anyway, it went a bit tits up. But the white hats were out. This is personal, I think. The white hats were, they knew they were going to plan it, because we know something comes out every so many years anyway. You know, we've had swine flu, bird flu, everything, do you know what I mean? And we've never had to go through this before, but the whole world shut down. So it's been like the white hats could go under that, you know, saying, oh yeah, you know, you can't travel in, you can't travel there, because I do believe they have been arresting people. And that's why I say, yes, there are people losing jobs and it's not nice and things have been happening and people have been doing, you know, it's sad what some people have been doing, you know, things just, you know, not understanding what's going on. But at the same time, it's a bit like, would you rather not be in places where something could start, because they could, that side, I'm talking about the evil ones, could do anything. And if you're in the wrong time at the wrong place, it's not going to be good, because they don't care, because they'll take anybody down. They're not bothered. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes it's a bit like, do we get told, you know, this, that and the other sometimes, because what's about to go down, it's better not to be on the streets when all this hits. Do you know what I'm saying? So who knows? Yeah. Oh, that's good, Susie Q. So anyway, I'm going to go, because it was just meant to be a quick chat of, I'm going to come on tomorrow about lunchtime, 12 o'clock UK time, to just talk about my dreads, because I've not spoke about them for absolutely ages. Yeah, we have tried to wake them up. That's the thing. It's not about awakening people up now, because, I mean, there are still lots and lots wakening up, but it's about helping when they come over, but also helping yourself at the minute now with, you know, strengthening your mindset, strengthening yourself, you know, making sure you're all right and your family's all right and all that sort of stuff. Any hopes, I might film some now if my battery hasn't run out, and we'll see. So anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. Yes, and if you'd like to make a coffee donation, Effie has put it in the live chat. So thank you very much, Effie, for slapping that in there. Good night, Dolly. Lovely to see you. Sleep well. I will, and I hope you all sleep well too. And we're getting there. We're getting there. I know some people find it frustrating because it feels like forever, but it's not. Patience is a virtue, and I'm telling you now, if I tell you anything, it will pay off. It is paying off, and it will pay off. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you all for coming in, and yeah, night, and I'll see you soon. Bye.